All right, here we go. Another installment of the 12 Days of Music Magic, where I show you everything I own by one of my favorite bands. And up today it is Pink Floyd. There's my divider. So, what do we want to see first today? Let's go live. Pink Floyd live at Pompeii, the one everybody was all agog about earlier this year. Then the CD DVD set of, is anybody out there? Pink Floyd, The Wall Live, 1980-81. And we have Delicate Sound of Thunder on CD. Then we'll switch over to Vinyl Live. Forget where I got this. Pink Floyd, The Perfect Union Deep in Space. This is from 1971, so I believe this is the Adam Hart Mother Tour. Then we have Dark Side of the Moon Live. And we have Animals Live, 1977 in Berlin. Not very good sound on it, but this has good sound. In fact, it has a delicate sound, some would say. Pink Floyd, Delicate Sound of Thunder. Fantastic, I don't know if you want to call that a box set. Then we have Pink Floyd, The Later Days, 87 to 2019. And also Pulse. There you go, a nice book and 4 LPs in here. So now we will switch over to CDs in the studio. So this was a box set called Shine On. I think it came out in 92. Probably got to be one of the first box sets I ever had. I think Biograph by Dylan is probably the first one. What they did was they put this all together. You got 8 CDs here representing 7 albums. You got the Prism from the Dark Side of the Moon cover. Also got a bonus CD in here called The Early Singles. Has Arnold Lang on here, see Emily play. Careful with that axe, Eugene. So what do you get on here? Well, it's kind of a mishmash, because you get Saucer Full of Secrets, Metal, Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Aminals. And you get 2 discs of The Wall, because it takes up too much room for 1 disc, and A Momentary Lapse of Reason. So you're noticing some omissions. Yeah, I don't know if that had to do with publishing or record company, some kind of regular bullshit Pink Floyd dispute, who knows. So also had to get Obscured by Clouds by itself, Adam Hart Mother, Final Cut, and the Division Bell. And we also have the Endless River, little box set, and Piper at the Gates of Dawn. This is a cool, I'm not going to say nifty. I've noticed I've been saying nifty too much in this. So this is made in Holland, and from what I understand, this is the only album of theirs that got this treatment. And there you go. There's the sticker. Made in Holland. So you get 3 discs on here, a little book, and also I got some inserts here. I don't know what else was in here, but there you go. Nothing really special, but like I say, it's pretty cool, and I wish they had done more like this. So now we will move on to, oh, what the hell, let's do books and get these out of the way, because there's quite a few of them. So of course we have on track, every album, every song, and we have Pink Floyd in the 70s. by Mark Blake, The Inside Story of Pink Floyd. But you know what happens with me? There was an updated version, so I had to get it. And you get 2 different spines at least. I guess that's worth shelling out money for. Get Speak to Me, The Legacy of Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon. Then you get The Flaming Cow, The Making of Pink Floyd's Adam Hart Mother. And I just got this book over the weekend. I have yet to even look at it, so you're going to see it with me. Looks like there's quite a bit in here as far as pictures and text. Then we have From the Horse's Mouth, Mr. Nick Mason, Inside Out, A Personal History of Pink Floyd. I've got this magazine, Music, Milestones, Pink Floyd, album by album. It's the definitive history. They're telling you right there. Then 2 of my favorite books. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, 50th Anniversary. This is essentially more pictures than there is a story. But it is a must-have, especially when you consider Dark Side of the Moon is my favorite album of all time. And then this book, Their Mortal Remains, with the lenticular cover. Pretty cool. So now we will move on to, let's do these here. They put out 6 of these, and it is basically outtakes and early concerts and BBC sessions. It's Pink Floyd, the early years. First up is 65 to 67, Cambridge Station. It is called, what is it called? Oh yeah, that's just what it is. It's called Cambridge Station, okay? And this one has what? 4 discs. And what do we have here? You got 65 recordings, and you got Live in Stockholm 67. There's a DVD and Blu-ray, and then there's a bonus disc. And then there's, they've got little flyers, inserts in here that they put in. Up next, and just so you know, these are official. These are from Pink Floyd Records. Second one is 68. This is called Germination. This has 3 discs in it. Then we have Dramatization. This has 4 discs, so you get a lot in these. This is Deviation from 1970. Once again, what do we get here? Ooh, we get 5 discs in this. Give you an idea what's on here. We get Adam Hart Mother live in Montreal 1970. We get BBC sessions. We get the unreleased tracks from Zabriskie Point. Then we get 2 DVDs. Up next is Reverberation. This is 1971. And you get 1 CD, 2 DVDs in it. And then finally, Obfuscation. This is 1972. And it's 4 discs, 2 CDs, 1 DVD, 1 Blu-ray. They put in these little flyers in there. This is pretty cool. That would have been a hell of a lineup to see. Pink Floyd, Chuck Berry, and Slade together. There you go, that's those 6. We will move on then to the Immersion sets. Dark Side of the Moon. Up next, Wish You Were Here. I love these alternative covers. Rush does really good alternative covers on their boxes. And The Wall. And why, please tell me why there is no Animals Immersion set. I'm quite sure it's those guys just bitching and moaning about something that they can't come to agree on. And then finally on vinyl, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. It's a saucer full of secrets, you know. The soundtrack to more. Amagama, I throw it in with the studio albums. I know part of it's live, but I just throw it in there. Adam Hart, Mother. Metal. Obscured by Clouds. Dark Side of the Moon, my all-time favorite album. In case you didn't hear me say that before. Wish You Were Here. Animals. You notice we skip over The Wall and The Final Cut. Reason for that, took me a long time to get into The Wall. I mean, it took me over 20 years. Final Cut, I have never gotten into. There's just not enough Gilmore on there. It's too much Waters. Momentary Lapse of Reason. The Division Bell. And The Endless River. So there you go. That is it. Once again, no Christmas music. Yay! And I will see you again on the next one. Thank you.